Planets Q&A, Part 1. Just a heads up, this Q&A ended in 2025, so you can't ask questions anymore, sorry. Question from Thanks for Viewing. Venus and Uranus, are you left-handed? I asked this question because they are the only two planets rotating clockwise instead of counterclockwise, although Uranus is pretty much on the edge. Thank Big Bang, it's not an invasive question. Also, I'm not left-handed. I am.
How does Mars feel about possibly being terraformed/colonized?
Colonized? I can't handle this. I'm gonna pass out. Does the moon like their new hat? An American flag. Yes, but I like it more if it was large on my surface. Is Saturn jealous that they will lose their rings and Neptune will get them?
You mean get even more rings? She sure will be.
I noticed this line from Neptune caused some misunderstanding, so I'll just say that when he said get more rings, he meant he was going to get more rings, because he already has rings. Did Jupiter ever say anything like the following? One grand tag to rule them all. No. Due to a quirk of orbital mechanics, Mercury spends the most time being the closest to every planet, as well as having the smallest average distance. See this video to find out why. Does he think of that?
Of course. It's funny how I spend most of the time closer to them more than any other planet, and yet I am still left out. I hope they like the roses I sent them.
Look, Mercury gave me a rose.
He gave all of us roses, genius.
Stop, Nep. You look stupid.
I think there was a mix-up, but thanks, Mercury.
Remember how Pluto got demoted to a dwarf planet? Well, Ceres had it worse. They were originally a planet, demoted to asteroid, and then brought back up to a dwarf planet once the new category was created. Does Pluto ever get told that if they complain about not being a planet anymore?
Huh? No one ever told me this.
Poor Ceres, have to talk to him.
Ceres,
How are you, little guy?
I'm fine. Why do you ask?
Oh, just making sure. How does Io feel about being unusually molten for a moon in the outer solar system? Ugh, it's torture. I feel sick all the time. Since Venus and Earth are twins, what do people think of the idea that they're total opposites?
Why do humans think we're total opposites?
There are a lot of factors. I have life. You don't. You're super hot. I'm not.
That's it. Sounds black and white to me.
Oh, and unlike you, I'm not grumpy. How does Eris feel about having caused a stir in the planet classification?
Well, I do normally like causing stirs. Being the cause of Pluto's emotion has
Made me feel like a horrible friend.
I just can't believe we could do such a thing.
We? Does Venus ever think about the probes that landed on them and burnt up? Oh man, yeah. It's so funny when they malfunction and there's like, no, my probe.
Serves him right for trying to look at my surface.
Now we move on to astronomical antics questions. Is Mercury A-okay? Better than ever now that you asked. Others often don't do that. What does Europa think about these false humors about water on them? False? I don't know about that. I'm expecting a probe to visit me and my planet. It'll probably settle the debate of whether or not there's water on moi. Mercury and Venus, what did you think of holding the sign?
It felt nice to contribute.
It was okay, I guess. I don't know how to answer that. What does Orcus think of Pluto? Would it be wrong if I said I was jealous of him? I mean, he's a good guy, but how does he manage to be so popular? He's nice, but I try to be nice too. It just doesn't work out for me, I guess. What does Triton think of the dwarf planets?
Dwarf planets? Oh, them. Haven't been able to speak with them because of a certain nice giant. But they're okay, I guess.
Oh, Triton! How's Fifth Giant? Hey, I found this paper lying around and I'm glad someone acknowledges my existence. I'd appreciate it if you could tell me where your star system is. Anyways, on to the question. I'm fine, miss? I'm going through the darkness and solitude. If you ask me, it's no different from my old star system. My star didn't even bother to give me a proper name. All I had was X. And then there was that spoiled brat who rejected me. Fuck you! You ruined my life! And to that one-eyed freak, you should have listened to me! Just like I should have listened to Saturn. What do Phobos and Deimos think of the phobophobia, fear of fears?
Fear of fears? Sounds paradoxical, yet fun to play with. What do you think, Phobos?
I don't even know how phobophobia is even possible. But hey, who am I to judge? Time for INDAB and Logos fans questions. Question for Jupiter. How do you feel about the gray red spot on you? Honestly, I've never had particularly strong feelings toward it, but it's neat. Shame it'll go away soon, but oh well. How does Saturn feel about having over 274 moons?
Hey, Iapetus.
Shut up! Stop, Hyperion, you get dizzy! Hey, Mimas, what happened to your other eye? Fuck you, Dione! Finally, a question for me. Let's see what it is. Do you remember Thea? Oh, well, yeah, she's always on my mind. Probably because some of her fragments were embedded on me. But it's okay. Yeah, too bad we lost her, but she's still here, figuratively. What is Phobos' reaction after finding out he'll be ripped apart by Mars's gravity within 50 million years? What are you talking about? Mars wouldn't do that. She knows better than to do that. Right? Time for Zaina be like Boba's questions. Also, my apologies if I said your username wrong. Does Saturn hate Jupiter for kicking the fifth gas giant out of the solar system? Yeah, that was it. Time for Phobos' Force questions. Question for Uranus. How do you feel about the sideways tilt and not name? And how are the moons? The tilt is not something I like to talk about. As for the name, it's fine, but I am sick of hearing those stupid jokes. It's always, hey Uranus, with these people. And the moons are fine. Get a room. And now for the last user, teleported bread. I wonder how Venus feels, since going by history, Venus was like Earth much more recently than Mars was. I knew there'd be an invasive question. Okay, let's get it over with. I remember we were inseparable, and even when I lost water, we were still seen equally, until those life forms came. He was the special twin, and as far as me, just Earth sibling. Nobody really gave me much thought. It's not fair. We were supposed to be in this together. Oh well, it is what it is. I have said enough. And this concludes the Q&A. Yeah! Oh my universe! You still have more rose! I just like flowers. Hey Luna, any suggestions on what I should do with this? Sir, if you don't mind, could I have it?